There's a lot of tricky terminology when it comes to watches. These can be quite confusing, especially when you're somebody new in the watch game. And one that comes up particularly frequently is the word finish. The finish is the manufacturing process where the surface texture of a metal is manipulated to give it an attractive surface appearance. That sounds simple enough, but there are so many different types of finish, both with the movement and the case. Though you will find some similarities with finishes both found on the case and the movement. This will be another 2-part blog series exploring both the finishes used on the case and the finishes used on the movements. We'll begin with case finishes. The case finish, as with the movement, often comes in small details, and to fully appreciate them, we'll need to change to a bigger lens on the camera for this video. Polished. One of the 2 most commonly seen finishes on the case of a watch, a polished, mirror-like finish. This is most commonly achieved by using various polishing wheels and a polishing compound. The best polish is applied to the movement part and is called black polish due to the component often looking black as a result of the light reflecting off the perfect surface. A full polished case looks extremely smart and is most often seen on dress watches. This Nomos Glashütte Ahoy datum perfectly shows the way a finely polished case reflects light. Brushed. The second of the most commonly seen finishes is brushed. Brushed finishes can vary significantly, but all feature uniform scratches on the case, all in the same direction. There are 2 types of brushed finish, straight grain and circular grain. The circular grain is most commonly found on circular parts of the watch, such as the caseback or bezel. This Rolex Datejust 126300 illustrates the difference perfectly, with straight grain brush on the caseback and circular grain surrounding the caseback and under the lugs. Sand or bead blasted. Sand or bead blasted finishes are less frequently seen on luxury watches, as it is a very rugged type of finish. Blasting the case with flecks of glass, much like sand, or fine beads gives the case a matte and rugged look, almost looking like the watch has no finish at all due to the uniform and blank appearance of the case. It is only on very fine inspection can the fine grain of the sandblasting process actually be seen. The differing grain of the sand or beads used will change the appearance of the watch. A sandblasted finish is shown here on the buckle of this pre-owned IWC Aquatimer Automatic 2000 46mm IW358002. PVD, DLC and other coatings. PVD, DLC and other coatings are often found on watch cases. Firstly, DLC. DLC stands for diamond-like carbon, or a carbon material with similar properties to diamond, that being extreme toughness and durability, is applied to the case or hardware of a watch, leading to a black case due to the black of the carbon material. Next, PVD. PVD stands for physical vapor disposition, where a coating in the form of a vapor is condensed and applied evenly to the case of a watch. This Oris Big Crown Pro Pilot Date has a steel case that is PVD plated grey to make the watch more tactical and to avoid glare. Other coatings include electroplating. This involves plating one metal onto another by hydrolysis. We won't go into the science behind hydrolysis and electroplating here, as it is rather complex. Electroplating is how a lot of gold cases, as well as gold hands and markers are created, coating another metal with a layer of gold of varying thickness, depending on where and what is being plated, such as the hands and numerals of this Bell & Ross BR0394 Golden Heritage. Special cases. Other case materials are frequently used. Titanium is strong, light and durable. White, yellow and rose gold are also common and can be finished much the same as steel. And platinum being found on ultra high-end pieces, being stronger than gold and rarer. However, all these different materials can be finished largely the same as steel. Special case materials like Breitling's trademarked polymer plastic composite case Brightlight can carry a completely unique finish, here with a smooth matte finish with an appearance much like that of forged carbon on this Breitling Avenger Hurricane 50. Another case material that is becoming increasingly common is ceramic. Ceramic is extremely light and hard wearing. The impressive toughness of ceramic makes it difficult to polish. However, when a polish is achieved, it is very scratch resistant. Bell & Ross frequently construct entire cases from ceramic in a variety of finishes, such as the Bell & Ross BRS 98 White Diamond, pictured below, as well as its sister, the Bell & Ross BRS 98 Black Diamond, in a similar black ceramic case, both in full polish. Bevelling. Perhaps the most subtle of case finishes is bevelling or chamfering. This is where the sharp edges of the case are shaved down and polished. Some brands do this better than others, and AP are unsurprisingly one of the best for case finishing on the market. Take the sharply beveled lug edge of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Offshore Volcano 26170ST.00.D101CR.01. A keen eye will spot bevelling on many different brands of luxury watches, as it is a great way of smoothing out sharp edges and improving the quality of the finish of the case. The most remarkable, but also most infrequently witnessed finish is a hammered finish. Therefore, we don't have a hammered finish watch in stock here at the Watch Source, though we do have many available to special order. Most notably, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Frosted Gold, reference 67653 OR.GG.1263OR.01. This finish is achieved using a timeless Florentine technique, hammering the watch case with a hammerhead that creates tiny indentations in the case, that, as put by Audemars Piguet, creates a diamond dust effect on the case. You now should be an expert on all watch case finishes you see out there in the wild. The finish of a case is often taken for granted and not paid particular attention to. However, when looking with a finer eye, the case finish adds, or if done poorly, takes away, so much from a piece that we may or may not have noticed beforehand. Most high-end watches will feature more than one finish on the case, usually combining brushed and polished finishes with beveled edges, occasionally with a PVD or DLC case on top of all of that. In part 2, we'll continue our photographic guide by advancing into the even more complex world of movement finishes, which, as always, will be available next week from 12 p.m. If you enjoyed this article, be sure to check out the countless other horological reviews, articles and tips on the Watch Source blog. Be the first to be notified of our new blog releases by following our Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, linked below, and keep up to date with our YouTube video versions by subscribing and turning on the bell to receive notifications of our frequent updates. As always, visit thewatchsource.co.uk and thewatchsource.co.uk/pre-owned to view our extensive selection of luxury timepieces at unrivaled prices with up to 22% off luxury watches, specializing in over 40 opulent brands, both brand new and pre-owned, and with over 60 years of combined experience in the luxury watch industry, we can more than fulfill all your horological